Hello everybody and welcome back to Factorio. So before we get into the episode today, I just wanted to do a quick recap of a few things that I've done off screen. And that is primarily I moved the, what's it called? Concrete? Yeah, concrete production from there to all the way over here. And we have a dedicated iron ore line, we have a dedicated water pipe, just so that it is automated. I've also pushed the base over here. And one last thing is I've actually diverted red chips to not productivity, but what's their name? Efficiency modules. So I wanted to actually be able to get a few of them before we go into anything else. So with that said, the first thing that I'll be looking at doing today is placing down the rocket silo. And I think I should have, yeah, I have enough concrete and steel here to do the rocket silo. We just need the electric engines and the processing units. So let's go ahead and grab that. In the meantime, I also want to craft 2 more centrifuges. But what I do not want to craft is gears by hand. So I will grab 1 more stack of the red chips. I'll get all my gears out of the trash slot. And let's grab some blue chips. Electric engines are all the way over here. We have not enough room to get all of them in. Let's go like this. And this is enough for the rocket silo. Now, another thing that we need to do is get ourselves 4 productivity modules. So for 4 productivity modules, we need 20 for 4 prod 3 modules, we need 20 prod 2 modules. And for 20 prod 2s, we need 100 prod 1s. No, sorry, that's 20 times 4, that's 80 prod 1s. So I will grab all the remaining processing units. And I will actually craft a couple of very fast assembly machines. So I want to make 20 of these. 10 in each factory, so that means I need 40 prod modules in one. And 40 in the other. And all the red chips. Just steal some from the belt. Not sure. Okay, that's 36, that's good. And also, because I do not want to wait, I will place some more speed modules here. And we do have 150 efficiency modules. I'm waiting for a few more. We do have this base over here that we're polluting, so we should see a tax over here, but hopefully we won't get anything too big right now. after we place down the rocket silo, after we get those four efficiency 3 modules, I will go over here and I want to place down a steel array, as steel is one of the bottlenecks, arguably the more prominent bottleneck right now. Let's get that one rolling as well. So we're almost that one completed. We have almost finished with the other one as well. Oh, let's change the recipe and like that. So we have one more being done here, one being done here, and 5 to spare. So it is safe right now to take out all the red and blue chips from there. Pick that one up. It might be interesting to start thinking about replacing some of those disassembly machines with tier 3 equivalent, because we can put 4 modules instead of just 2. But that is not a problem for now. Right now I just want to get this rocket silo down and add the modules in. And that basically kicks off our endgame timer. So let's turn this around. So this means that our production will slowly but surely get to a point where the game will end. But at the moment the key emphasis is on slowly, which is what we're trying to fix with our next couple of actions. So let's go here. I do want to craft my next 20 fuel, or 20 fuel each, I should say, for our nuclear reactors, as they are running kind of low. And I did forget to drop these off. Now, they're gonna go in the wrong chest, but that's not a problem. In the end, they end up in the same machine. So, if I remember correctly, let me quickly check the fuel here. We're still at 11. So I think that before I leave the base, I will go and make a refuel on our nuclear reactors. But somewhere, so it's not that chest. I do not want to take any sort of plastics on me. Did I already by accident pick up that chest? No, I have not. And I haven't put them in here. Well, this is the problem with having random chests around your base. Oh, literally in the middle of the base. Perfect. Well, let's go with perfect. So let's go ahead and start putting down a smelting array for steel. Now, fortunately, having bots makes this extremely trivial. The first thing I want to do is flip this around. We're gonna leave room for a belt there, but this is gonna be one side of the smelting array. And I'm gonna flip this and we're gonna have the second half of the smelting array. And well, obviously this will not be long enough. Well, let's fix that. How am I with? I think we have enough ingredients for everything. So the next order of business is to give some iron ore to this array. And this is where the beauty of train stations comes into play. So if I quickly remove that and go over here and copy this 4-to-4 belt balancer, I can now just create an additional red belt of iron ore. Obviously comes with some limitations. We need to have enough ore in the supply here, and we have 55k, so it's not nothing, but we also need to have enough throughput on the inserters. So we'll probably need more than one train eventually to get everything flowing at a decent scale. So okay, that was a bit overeager from me. I didn't want to use a red belt here. So I will get this on through this slot. I could have looked at moving the power pole to get it right on this slot, but I think that this is gonna be good enough. Let me check on this. We still have half the fuel left in there. So we now have the triple steel production, if I'm not mistaken. Also, I was looking here, we're down to only 53 laser turrets. We're probably gonna use a couple more in the upcoming extension for oil. So I will grab a few more batteries from here. Not gonna do that many more. Our rocket is progressing nicely. We're up to 60%. And I got the wrong thing in here. I want the batteries. And I should have grabbed a couple more stacks. Oh, This should give me a few more laser turrets. I need a lot of. Okay, I think I can limit the pipes back. I will need a lot of pipe to ground though. And walls, and make sure that I can craft a radar. We could look at doing the power armor and K2 recipe, but that's not a priority right now. Do I have... So I have a few prod modules, and because most of our refineries are currently not doing anything, I will prod mod. Yeah, we have a total lack of everything because our tanks are empty, but now we should be seeing all of the oil refineries working. I might even consider decommissioning one row from the power plant and double the oil refineries, but that is not the thing that we're gonna do now. Right now, I want to jump into our car and head down to the oil patch that we have in the south, whatever that is, southwest. It is gonna be a bit of an expansion. Let's grab a power pole. I forgot to turn off my Nova port. Okay, that's an expansion base there. I was not expecting that one to be in the way. Where I need one more. Oh, come on. I don't want to fight. Well, now I do want to fight. I will just put some guns in the gun turret. Let's let the robots build. I will just go ahead and place down the... What am I losing? I'm losing robots because... Oh, because I'm out of laser turrets. That was a bit unfortunate. We've lost only 2. I should craft some spare robots. But I do want to get rid of the base up here as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'll push it as far up front as I can. Then I'll turn off my robots. Those were big worms, and big worms deal a lot of damage, and especially on rail robots. They might be able to even one-shot them. And because I don't have automated robots, I could easily do automated robots, but I don't have them right now, so I prefer to lose a couple of turrets if necessary, rather than having to lose robots. So let's get this mining thing happening. pipe down the middle. And first connect everything. Fortunately, this cannot really be automated with robots. I'll leave a couple of spaces in between here where I can just pass through. So let's see, I can have this one here and this one here. Another one here, and that's working now. And I want to place down a few of these. Here. That should be good enough. And get a couple of walls out of my inventory. Hope I have enough for double. I didn't really look and check if I actually have enough. I guess we'll find out fairly soon. Don't forget to put down the radar. Oh, we did have enough. With some to spare even. And let's get our pipe out. We're gonna be walking home, but I will use robots to place down the pipes. And the reason why I want to do that is because of trees. Mostly because of trees, at least. Do I still have cliff explosives? I think that was actually the last one that we had. So that is highly unfortunate. Let me see, I think that the power line through here had a clear path. I hope that this is not gonna go into a cliff. Because it goes right above them, which is very fortunate for me. That one, on the other hand, doesn't. We'll just wiggle our way around them. Let me see, where do I want to get this? I want to have this somewhere around here. I think I will run into some of those eventually. See them through? Yeah, they're there. So up to here. And starting here, I guess. Well, it should be a continuous pipe. Probably have a few extras, but that is not really all that relevant. A pipe is still a pipe. And let me clear that a bit. I think I handcrafted 3 pumps just a bit earlier. And this is the reason why I did that. I don't want oil to backflow into this whole pipe here. I want this to be pushed out. to the main area. And I did say, at least in my mind, that I'm not gonna forget, but I totally forgot. I want to prod mod, to efficiency mod the oil refineries there. And the reason why I want to do that is because we're not gonna use any sort of other modules. They have no downside since I have them crafted, and it will generate less pollution. We don't care all that much about is everything module. We don't care all that much about power consumption nowadays. But yeah, I think this is the oil outpost. This should hold us for quite a while now. Now, one thing we can do late game, if we don't want... The oil is an infinite resource, although it goes down in productivity as we extract more and more oil from an oil well. But what we can do is we can put prod modules and we can beacon as much as we can around the oil wells, and that will actually give us quite a decent output as well if we want to extract the maximum out of the infinite resources. I will clear this of unused miners just so that I can more easily see how many we still have working. There was an attack somewhere, but I've missed it. Yeah, this is an expansion base here. This needs to be taken care of ASAP. That base needs to be taken care of ASAP. 80%, so we still have a bit of time. So I did want to do something, but I totally forgot about it. Until now, that is. I want to research, or have I already researched those? Yeah, I've actually researched them a few episodes back. I actually had to re-record a couple of episodes, this one included, because I forgot to turn my microphone on. Yes, that happens. And, well, I sometimes forget what was done in the recorded session and what was done after. Let me get the fuel that we have in here, because we were down to the last 10 minutes of fuel. We now have another 40-50 minutes. So I'm gonna craft a few chests, and I will also start crafting a few roboports, and you're gonna see why in just a second. So this chest is gonna be requesting uranium fuel cells, and I don't want to store too many in here. 10 is more than enough. I'm gonna left click and right click and then left click on this chest to copy the logistic request setup. And these are gonna be inputs, these are gonna be outputs. So we also want to take the used fuel cells, and right now I'm putting them in a active provider chest. So we haven't talked much about bots and logistic networks. I generally prefer to have a belt base rather than relying too much on robots. But there are a few things specifically where things are in very opposite sides of the base, and it's not that easy to reach, and also the throughput is very low. I think those are the cases where bots shine, at least in early game. In late game we can use bots even to mine basic resources because the throughput is gonna be much higher. But yeah, early game the bots are not gonna have that big of a throughput, so not all that efficient. But one of the best use cases, and I think in most of my playthroughs this is how I start using bots, and then I start using them for everything, and that is actually to automate nuclear fuel. So I will have a couple of chests here. So one thing that I will need is I will need to provide bots with iron plates. And let's put a port. I guess we're gonna place that one there. I need to place another roboport up here. And almost managed to go through without bumping into anything. So where is it? How much can I drag this on diagonal? Perfect. And the reason why I'm doing this, I have only 10 fuel cells, so that is not a lot, but we are getting sulfuric acid again. The pipe is almost empty, but is something. I think most of the, all of the mining drills are working, so we will be seeing more and more uranium coming through. So I'll put this back onto a belt and bring that belt around. I keep forgetting, is this done in, I think this is a regular assembly machine. Yeah, this is a regular assembly machine, and I do need a requester chest to bring iron here. So we're just gonna request to have 100 plates of iron. Also, we're gonna be inputting this, and we're gonna put this into a passive provider chest, but because uranium, we want to use as little uranium as possible. I will actually limit this inserter so that if we have 10 fuel cells here, the enable condition is gonna, for this inserter to work, is when we have less than 10 fuel cells into the chest. So right now the inserter is on, you can actually see the green light here. As soon as we output the first 10 fuel cells, the inserter is gonna be off. And we're getting, so we're gonna have a buffer of 10 here. I think we're gonna use about 6 or 7 uranium, which is quite a lot. I requested 10 here as well. We still have quite a few in the nuclear reactors, so that's not a problem. Let me get my car. I will want to see what's going on with the sulfuric acid. There should be a bit more, unless for some reason we're really underproducing. It looks like we are, but I'm very curious to see why that is. So let's power this one as well. And this one will go here. We can use a couple of regular purples. And I need one more. What do I need? I need advanced circuits. Is one more enough? Yeah, one more is more than enough. So grab a few of these. While I'm here, also gonna grab 50 robot frames, because for logistics we actually need logistic robots. We cannot use construction robots. So I'm just gonna let these robots roam. They will automatically go at the nearest roboport and do stuff. Let me cancel the remaining robots and do the roboport. Now, we should have turn off pollution and turn on roboports. We see that we have all of them connected. We need to have the orange squares touching each other in order to be connected, and diagonal here actually counts. So basically the robots will be able to pick iron from here, deliver it here, and then with this assembly machine will work and produce as fuel cells, and the fuel cells will be delivered here. And that's how easy it is to get started with logistics. And I think that this is a very important one because, well, we no longer need to look over our shoulders to see if we're producing enough fuel. And that being said, we're very close to finishing here. We're out of blue chips, because we're out of sulfuric acid. So in the next episode, I'm gonna look to see what's happening with sulfuric acid, and I'm gonna also go to our mining outposts and take care of those expansion bases and add efficiency modules to all of our miners to reduce power consumption and, most importantly, pollution. And hopefully by then we should have enough items here to complete our rocket and finish our mission. Until then, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I will see you here next time.